Howdy YouTubers, as we head into the Easter weekend, I thought I'd show you an update on one section of my layout. This is a sign that my son got me for Christmas, so I finally hung that up in the workshop. But what I want to talk about is this maintenance away scene that I've been working on for quite a while now. Since we moved into the new house, actually. I've got various videos on different stages of this project, or this part of the project on my channel. But I wanted to give you an update because it's getting far enough along where it's starting to be almost finished. Nothing's ever finished, of course, in model rating, but those of you who watch the channel, I've got quite a bit of industrial stuff going on, various buildings where I do a lot of switching, and I've got a yard here, which is CSX, that then interchanges here with the province of Worcester, and it services all of these industries that you see in the layout. And CSX actually has their own industries on their property as well. So there's quite a bit to do, but to mix things up, I thought it'd be nice to have a maintenance away siding. So during operations, I can actually pull out a maintenance away train. And I have 3 of these, which are CSX ballast cars. And then I've got the CSX orange engine, Atlas engine that goes with that. So that'll be a future video. So that'll be working between the CSX yard and this area as well. But let's talk about what's going on here. So this is the original maintenance away area on the layout. And at one point the layout ended here. And once I moved to the house that we're in now, I extended it out. So I'll show you this and then I'll talk about what the extension looks like. So this one you've probably seen if you've watched my videos. This is meant to be Province and Worcester previous Conrail. You can see the faded logo on the building there. There's a little outbuilding. A friend of mine scratch built these. He's in the UK, Roy. He also 3D printed this, which appreciate that, Roy. That was about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. There is a Herzog truck here as well as a Herzog car with an OTM tracker, which is one of these tie moving excavators that can move itself along the gondola or a series of gondolas. This I scratch built. Mike H.O. has a channel where he scratch builds just about everything, and I got the idea from him. So I was happy with how that came out. That's another video that's on my channel. A lot of scratch building in this area. So the lights that you see here, the floodlights, there's little street lights here and here, street lights on the new section, scratch built. So I have a siding for the maintenance away equipment, but it ended here. So I only was able to fit about 3 cars. So by extending it out, I was able to extend out the siding. So now I could fit probably 5 cars. Yeah, probably 4 or 5 cars. So let's look at the extension. The roadway goes from black pavement to this lighter gray. So I made it look like a kind of a old transition here where you got some cracked pavement. And that blends into the backdrop, which is forced perspective. So it looks like it continues to go on. And then I've got a gravel road that crosses over the tracks. And this is a private rail crossing, so I scratch built these gates on either side with some signage. And the building back here is Railworks, which actually exists in Westfield, Massachusetts. So Railworks is a maintenance away contractor. And you can see a P&W high railer back there in their garage. I've got some dumpsters at all these facilities. The backdrop in most of the places on my layout looks like it's a continuation of what you actually see in the foreground. It's the same here. This driveway actually looks bigger than it is because the backdrop is the same color. So the extension gives me more room on the siding, but also gives me a lot more in terms of structures. So this building here is a Blair Line Cafe. It's been around for years. You've probably seen it if you don't have it on your layout. It's a wood kit, but I scratch built some lighting for the sign and lit the interior and detailed the interior. There's some figures in there. I even got some matching waitresses taking a break on the front bench there. We've got a wooden fence divides the cafeteria from the maintenance away area. So this is really Railworks property here, this building, and then crossing over to this lot here. And then this is Province and Worcester, and then Province and Worcester has some Herzog equipment on their property. So the whole thing is really collectively one big maintenance away facility with a lot of different entities that use it. Let's talk about these maintenance away vehicles here. This was 3D printed. This was another friend of mine, Robert, who is in West Virginia, and I'm helping him design his layout. He's making good progress on it. He sent me a 3D printed kit. Really wasn't assembled or painted, so I put it together. I painted it. I put decals on it. I scratch built the hydraulic hoses, put a figure in there, cut some windows, put some decals. It's branded as Railworks. So this is a tie shear, actually. On one of my posts, I show a video on how these work. It cuts the ties with hydraulics. So it's not powered. I just put that for photo ops in different parts of the layout. And then this one is a small metal kit, which is a tie inserter, tie extractor. So similarly, it's not powered, but it's just there for photo ops, and I think it looks cool. It's got hydraulic lines. I painted it, put decals. It's also branded as Railworks. And I put this on a flatbed when I'm not using it. I figure it's small enough that it would actually be transported by flatbed if needed. So that parks there in that little gravel lot. This is all fine ballast, so it's smaller than the actual track ballast. So you get a delineation between the two. Then I grunged it up with powdered pigments and indigo for oil spots. This is an Atlas street light over a scratch-built diesel fueling tank that I made. These two are scratch-built lights, and scratch-built lights on this building as well. And then the inside of that building, there is a photo of a shop along the wall, and then there's some 3D bits on the inside as well. So when you're looking in it, looks like there's things going on. I need to put figures in the scene. I haven't done that yet. There's quite a bit more I have to do. I have to put some static grass. I've got to dirty up this ballast. I'll put some rust and some grease stains so it matches the rest of my track, which generally looks like this. So yeah, we have this. In addition to the maintenance away, when I built this section, I also extended this distribution and cold storage facility. So it's got its own parking lot. And then we opened up the layout and we added this new section here. So a lot going on, a lot more to do. I've got to connect the wires. I've got to add the details and the foliage and some figures and get that new CSX pumpkin orange engine running. The cars that I generally use, that's a Walthers kit, that potable water tank car. I just rusted that up because that's a pretty old one. And this one here, which I've shown on prior videos, which is an equipment car. And the Herzog Tygon with that scratch-built OTM tracker. This is a die-cast metal kit. You can get these on Amazon. I think it's like 45 bucks, but it's pretty cool. What else we have? It's a mini Prince engine, cat diesel. And let's zoom out and give you the sort of the whole picture. It's amazing what you can do with one scene. So, you know, this was started out where I thought, well, let's have a couple of maintenance away cars in the layout, and it became a little bit of a mini obsession. So, you know, you can spend literally, I probably have a year, 2 years on one specific scene. So this by itself is a diorama on the layout. And I think of each section of the layout that way. I just happen to be really working on this one right now. But similarly, when I was working on the CSX yard, that became everything I was doing. So I like to really focus on one area and just work it hard until I get it to where I'm happy with it. And then there's always more you can do. I mean, there's never an end to the details that you can add. The other thing I put, these are Pike stuff. Rick's Products. They're both same company. I think it's branded as Pike Stuff. I'm not sure. But they're just plastic guardrails. You paint them silver and you can bend them. So I've got one around this post. I've got one over here in the parking lot. And I've got one along this main road here behind this truck. So little things like that just bring it all to life. And of course the lighting. And this truck's kind of cool. Actually, this one I got from Sam Smith. Sam Smith does the photo features on my channel. I put posts. Sam works for a railroad out west, and he sends pictures, and I post them on my channel. And he and I collaborate quite a bit on MOW railroading. He sent me this truck, and I added these hoses here, just wrapped them around a pin. It's fine wire. And I made a scratch built these mirrors because it didn't have mirrors with it. And thought that's kind of a neat addition. So yeah, I could talk for an hour on just that one section, but I thought I'd share that with you, and wish you all a happy Easter, regardless of your religious preference. Easter's always good because it celebrates resurrection and hope and glory, and I wish you all a happy Easter, and God bless.